Your life will change the moment you realize how powerful you are. The moment that you realize that this is your life, everything and everybody is a reflection of you. You're living the life that you don't want because that's what you have told yourself, or that's what you say. Words are powerful. Our words are spells. Saying things like, I can't do that. I'm broke. I'm ugly. I'm fat. Oh, my hair. I hate my hair. I hate my lashes. I hate my nose. I have no clothes to wear. I can't do that. I can't go out. I don't have any money. I don't know how to do my makeup. I don't know what clothes to buy. I'm so embarrassed. I'm so cringe. I'm dead. That was one I was just thinking of because I'll say that sometimes. I stop saying that. I can't eat that. I can't eat healthy. It's nasty. I don't know how to do that. I'll never be good at that. You are putting spells on your own self when you talk like that. What you will then see are situations that reflect those words. You don't know how to do your makeup? You'll never be good at doing your makeup? Guess what? You're going to have situations where you feel like other girls are either making fun of you or you'll feel less than because you'll compare yourself to another girl that doesn't know how to do her makeup. That's what that's what will be reflected back onto you. And then you're going to feel shame and guilt and you're going to be stuck in a lower nature because shame and guilt are feelings that bring you into your lower nature that are like negative feelings. Saying I'm broke. I can't do that. I'm broke. I'm broke. Guess what? You're going to constantly have situations in your life where you are broke. And saying you're broke is not just money broke. Your car's going to break down. Your relationships are going to break apart. You're constantly going to be having issues because you're going to be broken. You're broke. So even saying that, find the way to say things because your words are so powerful. Your words are literally spells that you are putting upon your life. And just like, there are those spells that are keeping us trapped. One thing I would constantly say was like about my hair. And I realize this now is when I was younger, I used to have thick hair. And then when I was younger, when I was like in high school, I got that haircut. Like, well, it was in style where you tease your hair like emo rocker chick. You tease the top, and then the bottom is like thin. They like scissor it down. So I got that haircut, and everyone told me, "Oh my god, your hair got so thin. Your hair got so thin. Your hair's thin." And from then on, I kept that narrative. My hair's thin. I have thin hair. After that haircut, my hair was never the same. I have thin hair. So I'm constantly like in the mirror, like, oh my God, my hair is so thin. I have no hair. I used to say I have no hair. And my hair would just fall out and fall out and fall out. Because I put that spell upon my life of saying that about my hair. But in reality, I have a lot of hair. You know, if I were to look at someone like that's bald, someone that has completely lost all of their hair, I have a full head of hair. I have thick hair. I have a lot of hair. I have a lot of hair. You see the difference in those two words and how they create a different thought pattern in your mind? So now I look at my hair and I'm like, I have a lot of hair. I have a thick head of hair. What how do you think that will manifest in my life? I'm gonna have a thick hair. I'm gonna have a lot of hair. Same with like money. You know, how many times do we say, "Oh, I don't have the money for that. I don't have the money. I don't have the money. I'm broke. I'm broke right now. I have no money." And guess what's going to manifest in your life? You're in all the situations, you're constantly going to be shown situations or you're going to experience situations where you don't have enough money because that's what you say. Maybe unconsciously if you haven't woken up yet, but that's what's going to manifest because your words are powerful. I was thinking that the other day, I always have these thoughts of like when I'm wealthy, when I'm wealthy, when I'm wealthy. And I thought, I'm like, I have freedom over my time. I have freedom over what I choose to do every single day in my life. I have everything I need and everything I want, I'm able to get. That is wealth. I saw this post that said, true wealth is having freedom over your time. And I realized I have freedom over my time. So, in the eyes of someone else, I'm wealthy. I'm wealthy. And I just started to feel like I just started walking around different because I stopped saying when I become wealthy and I started realizing I'm wealthy now. I'm wealthy now. So now I say that I'm wealthy. I don't say when I become or when I am. I am now. I'm wealthy. And I will always be wealthy the rest of my life. Your words have power. Oh, your words have power. You think about this. Eh, We were we were really taught everything. We were taught that this food is bad. We were taught that we should do this because a doctor came on television and said we should do that. So we started doing it. That's a spell. Someone put a spell on you. You should do this. You need to do that. And you started doing it. And then you started doing it every day like a ritual. And then you have no control over it. Now you're on autopilot. Now you do it every day without even realizing you're subconsciously doing it every single day, even though it might be something bad for you. But because someone else told you to do it and you believed it as so you started doing it. And now you don't know how to stop doing it. Words are powerful. Be careful what you say, what you consume, what you see. If you're constantly seeing low vibrational things, you are going to be low vibrational because that is what you're seeing. That is what's being normalized with your vision. And that's what's being normalized in your mind. What you hear, that's also important. Be careful what you hear. Be careful what you decide to listen to. You don't have to do everything you hear. You don't have to follow everything you see or everything someone says. You're able to choose what you want for your life. You're so powerful. So powerful. Your gods and goddesses, be careful what you say and speak abundance and love over yourself and over other people. Stop bringing out negativity. Your mouth is beautiful and powerful. Be careful what comes out of it and what goes in it as well. Okay? I love you. I hope this was helpful. Remember your power. Remember who you are. Okay? I love you and I'll see you next time. Bye.